Youth leader amesema ni ngo. Umesikia Mariam?
Jenzi amesema ngo. Yo.
If you just compare the energy and vibrancy of the Linda Mwananchi ground and then the energy and vibrancy of Mombasa, you're like, what on earth happened? Right? If that was a Baba rally in Mombasa, just the moment Baba just comes up on stage, in the energy,
and it is higher. That's it.
Goodness.
That's all it would take.
And all that fire is gone. I think wafanye haraka, wapeleke chama kwa mazungumzo na UDA, wamezwe.
Wale wa kutoka watoke.
Wamezwe tu. It happened tu mara moja to save them. I think what needs to happen is to save.
Which faction needs saving? Because if it's the energy for higher, you can see it.
That's what I'm saying.
You can see it.
These ones who want to have these negotiations with the UDA, wamalize hiyo negotiation haraka, waende wamezwe, ndio wamalizane nayo.
Sorry. Unajua nimeona to the tear gas, and as much as I was making light of it, I just remembered, why are we like this? Why is this the only method of crowd control that Kenyan police know? And it's not crowd control at this point. It's just, I don't know, it's just an unfair attack. It's intimidation. Thank you for the word, Philo. Anyway, but what you're saying about wamezwe, wale wa kunegotiate, wamalize negotiations, true. So that whatever needs to play out can play out, and we move accordingly. Ndio.
It saves them. I mean, you can see all of them are in some sort of distress. They are not comfortable with what they are doing. Even Joho doesn't have the fire of Joho. You know, Abdul Somad doesn't listen to Gladys Wanga. She's hitting back at those ones and saying, oh, you guys are having your meeting there, but who are you? You are Jubilee, you are Wiper, wamalize hizo negotiations, wamezwe na UDA mara moja. At least they'll go into that other side which will inject some energy into them.
Right.
How hawana energy iko hii side ingine ya Orengo, who is 75 years old, has energy that is matching Babu Owino and Edwin Sifuna. Imagine.
You know, you also get energy, it's a give and take from the people when you're addressing them, right? Wanakupa, and you give back the energy, you return the energy. So that's, I don't know, it says something about how these politics are going to play out. We'll ask Karoli Ndio as well, anafikiria nini maneno. But let's go on a short break. Hashtag is Fixing the Nation NTV. We'll be right back to take a look at the Business Daily, the Daily Nation, and stories that made headlines last night.
What happened in Kitengela yesterday as well? You were in Kitengela yesterday?
Yes, I was in Kitengela. It's quite unfortunate that the rally went on very well. The church service was very peaceful. There had been early attempts to attack the church, but when we arrived, those hired goons left. There were attempts to disrupt the rally in Kitengela. Actually, goons were sent and they dismantled and destroyed our public address system. So we didn't have a public address system. Somebody had to drive in a truck. That's why the quality was very poor. But when everything was about to end and we were just winding up, the police lobbed tear gas as if to say that, to show whoever had given them instructions that we did something. But we thank the people of Kitengela for being peaceful, for being orderly, and for welcoming us. But we also condemn the violence, the state-sponsored violence. You know, people were hurt. We've seen pictures of potentially there was one person died. We want to get the details by 9 o'clock. And several people are injured, property was destroyed, private property, border bikes, and those kind of things. And we condemn that in the strongest terms. There is no point attacking peaceful Kenyans exercising their right to peaceful assembly and just expressing themselves. I don't see, you know, in the old days, even bishops, churches would be threatened not to host certain politicians. We thought we were past those things. Yeah, but they seem to be creeping back.
We clearly are not. So what do you think is going on? Why would the independent police service do this? We are seeing it yesterday. We saw it in various other meetings across the country, that there is always police responding. And Mariam keeps asking, what's his response with tear gas? What are you responding to?
Right.
In a
What
church
is this?
service or in a public gathering?
Right.
Actually, when we were in Busia, the police behaved very well. There were very many. There were over 300.
Police officers.
Police officers. Some were by the roadsides. But they stayed away. I think the police are Kenyans. In the discharge of their duties, there must be neutrality, but they're still Kenyans. They know what is going on. So they behaved very well. Even the ones in Kitengela, I am sure it is not all the police. It is a section, and that worked together with the hired goons. Because even when they vandalized the PA system, there were police who tried to protect the public address system.
Right.
Yes, there were. We must give them credit, and because they helped until we had the public now step in and expel the other people.
Right.
But they are normally, being politics, they are people who are used, who are paid, who are given instructions. You have to do this, and because there was no reason to lob the tear gas canisters at people in Kitengela. We had finished the rally. All of us had spoken. We were just winding down. We had started moving away. Then suddenly, they lobbed tear gas at innocent people, and it was very bad. It was very, very bad because the place was so full of people, and the way Kitengela is, the exits are not very many. So why attack innocent Kenyans, peaceful innocent Kenyans?
Let me just ask, bluntly, who does it serve to make political rallies violent or to seem violent even when they are not? Because essentially, you throw one tear gas canister, it stops being a rally and now it becomes something else.
Yeah, you see, political violence, they is state-sponsored, like this is state-sponsored. We are challenging the administration. We are challenging what they are trying to do with our party ODM. We are challenging them. Yeah. So what you've seen it even in Central Province when Gachagua goes to his functions, even in churches, he's attacked. That is state-sponsored. That you cannot deny. There could be violence that is intra-party, where local people competing for political power or influence hire goons. It's very common, especially in Nyanza, where rival gangs allied to politicians fight over, frankly speaking, very useless things. But much of it is usually state-sponsored. And what is happening now is, I think the administration is beginning to feel the heat. And I think whoever is telling them to unleash violence on innocent Kenyans is misadvising them. Because the reality is, the more you attack, the more the Kenyans get determined to come out and speak their mind. And you just have a certain number of police officers. You may have all the guns and all the tear gases, but there's a fixed number. And I've seen, the crowds we are witnessing are beyond expectation. So I don't know how many police people or policemen you will have to mobilize to contain a population of 55 million people. Yeah. They'll come to a point when, you'll be overwhelmed. The best thing is just to let people do their thing, not fight, not interfere. Of course, provide security and protect public order. And let people do their thing and go. It is much better. Yeah.
We mmeona Kitengela ama niwache kuongeza pressure Jumapili? Mumeona? The revolution shall be televised. Vijana wame pull up. Ai, Kitengela kumewaka. Babu kwa sababu mimi ndio Sifuna. Nasema nini wewe? Acha nimalize ka 18 hapa. In solidarity. Comrades, power.
Leo hii nimekuwa pale Kitengela. But pole, aje niwaambie Sifuna ndiye amechukua nyota ya baba. Kweli wa Mungu. Sifuna amechukua nyota ya baba. Ile naye mimi nimekaa hivi nikasema huyu ni Sifuna ama huyu ni Ruto. Ndio ametupua tear gas. Hatukuchoka. Sifuna naye amesema ndio hapa ule ni ndume akimbii. Na sasa hii Mungu yetu ni Sifuna, babu, hiyo timu yao. Achana ile timu ya pombe ya Uburu analewa kila saa. Unasikia? Leo hii umejua Mr. Speaker ule mzee amechanganyikiwa. Au kama sana bageni kiti ya deputy president na wao wenyewe walikuwa watu 35 huko Mombasa. Na Sifuna nao wamejaza hapa Kitengela na Kitengela imejaa. So mimi nasema hivi, watu wetu sasa hii ground ni mbaya. Kama wewe bado uko kwa 2 term, hauna nyota.
Hivi ndio politicians wetu tufanyia. Come. Ndawajengea barabara. Ona. Ndawajengea barabara. Free education. Ona. The jobs in Germany. Barabara itoke Mandera ikuje. Anyway, you get the point.
Nunca la ves.